Welcome back to Sonic Generations. Now we're going to be moving on to the modern era, or the era where a lot of people would have thought it kind of went to shit with the next level we're going to be playing, but I would argue that it went to shit from Heroes. Crisis City is one that is going to spark the obligatory "how is this here" debate. Stephen, are you ready for me to do one of my things where I go on a spiel?
Yeah.
Chris, are you ready for me to go on my little spiel?
Go on then.
Because this, in the timeline, at the end of Sonic 06, was technically written out. So, like, the deal with Solaris wasn't supposed to have happened. The whole, thing with Elise and, the Duke dying and all that, that wasn't meant to happen. So, some would argue that Crisis City just should not be here. I disagree on the theory that Sonic has, or the Time Eater in particular, has undone a lot of what's happened. Like, this is back in time now to when Sonic was classic Sonic. And the thing there is that it hasn't not happened yet. If that makes any sense.
I get it. I get what you mean.
So, the way I see these levels is that Sonic running through these select levels they've picked as representative of that game happening. So I would imagine that at this period in Generations' take on the storyline is Sonic going through Sonic 06. And so what we're seeing here is the process of the whole Solaris bullshit, all that malarkey going on, that will be erased again once we're through it. I think I've made sense there, but it's a very complex thing.
I do understand what you're getting at, because if this is technically prior to when Sonic went through such a dark time, then yeah, this should be possible. Because he's got to go through it, then erase it, then go forwards again.
Yeah, he's got to go through the power of undoing, what he... It feels really redundant if you're thinking from the perspective of, because there's lots of different time travel theories, aren't there? Like, how time travel works. There's some of them are like that if you're sent back in time, you are just redoing things and you're not aware of that. Then there's other ones that are like you're yourself from the future and you're reliving something. So I like the idea of it being like Sonic reliving this, and he knows how fucking redundant it all is because he's gonna end up having to undo it again anyway. But yeah, that was my little time travel spiel. So, Chris, I remember I made you play Sonic 06 at one point, did I?
Oh yeah.
Because I remember when we did the playthrough of it, you hadn't played that game, but what do you think of Sonic 06 again?
Yeah, I didn't like it. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was fun at some points, I suppose, but I mean, it's just one of the worst Sonic games, isn't it? With the story and stuff.
Yeah.
And
how far did you get into it in the end?
I can't even remember.
Did you just play as Sonic, or did you try out Silver or Shadow?
Yeah, I tried out the others.
Oh, alright.
Silver was... Yeah, he was really slow, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yes.
He had the worst levels, didn't he? Yeah. I can't even remember it. It was so long ago I played it.
Yeah, that's the fair one. I remember when you gave that game back to me, and the first time I played it, again after that, I just went back into, I think it was Crisis City in that game. And I went on the skateboard, boarding section at the start, and I ended up glitching it there. My jump wouldn't work properly, and I got sort of caught inside something, and that was fucking beautiful. It's like, yeah, but I've missed this game. I've got this weird sort of sense of nostalgia for Sonic 06 now. I suppose it's 10 years old, and I got it. I didn't get it when it first came out. I got it when I first got my 360, and so that was probably around 07, 08, if I recall correctly. But yeah, I spent quite a lot of time with that game in several bursts.
I love how this level pretty much taunts you with the
Yeah,
goalpost.
Yeah,
all the way through. It's like, oh, here it is. Oh, so close. Takes it away.
Yeah, it is one of them great moments of trolling in video games.
It's like, oh, it's an alright stage. Wish it was a bit longer.
Yeah.
Oh, don't you fucking do that. No!
At least in this game, the fucking with a player in Crisis City is intentional.
True.
And you're in on the joke, not the butt of it. Yay, I got artwork 18, my favourite. I don't think I've ever actually sat down and looked through all the different pieces of artwork and that, but I think they're mostly like concept art that you can get. And different unlockable things. Like the songs that you can unlock are pretty cool, because I know there's the joke we have of replacing really inappropriate levels with a new venture. Which
just glorious doing Perfect Chaos with that thing.
Either Perfect Chaos or Crisis City. Life starts with a sunny day. For the sake of...
It's so uplifting for an apocalyptic scenario.
Yeah, very fitting, right?
Everyone's dead or dying, but who cares? So happy.
Like, I have certain levels that I come to associate with certain songs, because for the sake of the playthrough, I'm just showing them off with like their natural ones, the intended songs. But like with this level, when I play it normally, I normally set this to HisWorld, just because it just works so well. You got these sort of proper upbeat rapping going as Sonic's just dashing through this destroyed environment.
It's so fitting.
And I just love how I've come to just love that song so much and all the different variants of it. The best one's Solaris Phase 2, obviously.
Oh, of course.
Like, that's a fucking jam.
It's like, right, the game's nearly finished, you're so close. You don't have to put this disc in anymore.
Well, you do, because several years later you'll decide to record it for YouTube. Like, you know we've still got to do the very hard mode. One day. But I don't know, if I do very hard mode, I'll be doing it with all the power-ups and just sort of glitching my way through like half the shit with a purple gem, because I fucking love that gem. Because that's the one that I did show off briefly in our run way back. Like, it's the one where you get the infinite jump. And I just love how much of an oversight that is, because they have the little bar in the bottom right, don't they, of like when something's supposed to be running out, either bottom right or bottom left, but it just doesn't go down. They forgot to program it going down.
You know, it's really surprising how empty all these buildings are. I mean, granted, it's like saying the future and everyone's dead, but you would expect to see some bodies.
Steven, seriously, everyone's dead. Why has no one gone to work?
It's just one way is the office working.
You'd expect to see some remains.
Some skeleton, I think.
I think this game's a 7+, Steven.
Don't care.
That's the other thing, like, we're talking about HisWorld and that. As far as I recall, they actually used the uncensored version of HisWorld in this game, even though this ended up getting a lower age rating than Sonic 06 did. Maybe people just give less of a shit these days, or because I think actually, come to think of it, the Sonic 06 PEGI rating was 12, and I think that was for, I think it was violence. And this game is a lot more cartoony sort of violence, so it gets away with more. Whereas Sonic 06, it was going for like the uber ultra dark grim dark realism, and it's so like, you know, that's a little bit grittier. It's a little bit harder to say, yeah, this is kid stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Super cartoony and fun with a giant tornado of lava in the background.
Yeah. That tornado's carrying death. See you in the next part, folks.